Today we're going to talk about some key vocabulary words regarding natural hazards. First word is natural hazards. Second one, man-made hazards, forecasting, and mitigation. Now, when we compare natural hazards to man-made hazards, there is a distinct difference between the two. Natural hazards naturally occur in nature, either by rapid or slow events. So there's a long list here of examples, such as earthquakes, landslides, tsunamis, volcanoes. They could involve hydrological events like avalanches or floods. They could be extreme temperatures, drought, wildfires, things to do with the climate. They could be meteorological, such as cyclones or storms, wave surges. Or they could be disease epidemics, insects, animal plagues, things that are of biological nature. All of those are considered to be natural. And then some hazards are considered to be technological or man-made. These would be things like pollution or environmental degradation as we damage and destroy habitats in the environment due to our behaviors, industrial accidents, transportation accidents, famines, displaced populations. These are a few that we do have some impact on, and we are the source or the cause of that hazard. Okay, so differences between technological or man-made and natural hazards. Now here's a few pictures. So here's a man in a flood. This is an earthquake. Here we've got a volcanic eruption. Here we've got some kind of industrial storage tank that's on fire. So this could be man-made or technologically related. An earthquake is going to be a natural hazard. Okay, now the word forecast means for us to predict the future event or the trend. To predict or estimate a future event or a trend. So some of the issues that we have with forecasting, why forecasting is so difficult, is that these phenomenon and these events are very uncertain, and knowing exactly when and how and where they're going to happen is extremely challenging. There's a lot of chaotic nature or chaos or randomness to these hazards. There's also political and decision making that people can influence that can affect our ability to forecast. So the information we have might be limited by politics or by governments, and so we might not be able to fully predict what is going to happen. We're also limited by the tools and technologies that we have. If we don't have the best technology, then the data we have to make the decision will be limited. So it depends on access to those resources, as well as the skills of the scientists that are doing the work. And always, we've talked this year a lot about models, but every model has a limitation. So when we make a model of a hurricane or a model of a system, it does have limitations. And so those limitations do affect our ability to use them to forecast what is coming. It's also expensive, and someone needs to pay the bill for us to forecast. So there are costs involved. Now, mitigation, this is the act of reducing the severity, the seriousness, or painfulness of something. So it's not preventing it. It's going to happen, or it did happen, but mitigation involves the efforts we make to try to make the problem less damaging. We want to reduce the loss of life, we want to reduce the loss of property, and reduce the impact that these disasters have on society. So there's a link here, and I will attach this slideshow to the assignment, and you could click here. Kind of an interesting little link, but we can see the Utah Hazard Mitigation Plan here. And if I click on it for just a second, we can take a look at a couple of things, but right here we can see avalanche. Avalanche is one of our very common natural hazards here in the state of Utah. But it kind of shows us how we rate. We have 116 avalanche fatalities from 1958 to 2017. But it's got the zones marked. Sorry about the bell. It's got the zones marked where avalanche hazards exist. It's got information, it's got data, but you can click through each of these. You can see what our plan is for each of these natural hazards. So in mitigation, we try to have some preparedness. We try to have a response, like what are we going to do after it happens? How are we going to pick up the pieces and move on past the natural disaster or hazard? We do try to prevent and protect as much as we can before the event happens, but this is the cycle of mitigation, and each state has their own mitigation plan to deal with these natural hazards. Thank you for listening. I hope you understand natural and man-made hazards, forecasting issues, and mitigation.